There are 5 ways to monetize yourself essentially on those platforms, but not all the platforms have the same monetization resources available to you. You can collect subscription, ad revenue, donations and tips, merchandising and sponsorship opportunities, commission through other people's goods sold, and third party sponsorships, which you're eligible to use on all of those platforms as well. Wow. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm your stream guide, Morphine. Tonight, we're going to be talking all about monetization. And this is the 5th of our 5-part series on streaming. So far, we've covered motivation for getting into streaming as a business. We talked about gear. We talked about branding. We talked about content creation and editing. And tonight, we're talking about monetization. The all important part of this game if you choose to play it that way. If you're not interested in monetization and you're just looking to get into this for fun because you like it as a hobby, that's awesome. Keep doing that. But check out this video anyway, because you might find, even though you're not trying to monetize, you might be able to monetize anyway. And why not make a little extra money, right? So when you're streaming or doing content creation, there are a few platforms that you can use primarily: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Not in any particular order, just the order that I wrote them down on. How you monetize on those platforms is a little bit different. You know, how you become eligible to monetize varies between those platforms. How you can monetize varies. How you get to be eligible to monetize and how you go about monetizing are different on those platforms, even though there are similarities in the revenue sources that you can get from those platforms. There are 5 ways to monetize yourself essentially on those platforms, but not all the platforms have the same monetization resources available to you. One of the main things that you have, and this is pretty consistent, is subscriptions. Subscriptions are where when you have a channel or your page and somebody pays a fee to you to be able to come to your channel and watch it ad free. That's what they're paying for. They're paying to support you, sure, but they're paying to not see ads. The second one is universal across all those platforms that I mentioned, and that's ad revenue. Every single one of those 5 platforms that I mentioned allows you to do ad sharing, and the percentage that you can get from ad sharing does vary, though they're not all very explicit about that amount, except for Facebook. Facebook says that you can earn 55% of the ad revenue that comes in to your stream. YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch also do ad revenue sharing. They also do not declare the percentage that you get, but they will use things like you get $3 CPM, which is clicks per 1,000. And what that actually means is for every 1,000 views of an ad, you get a certain amount of money. On Twitch, it's usually around $1 to $3. And on YouTube, it varies very widely depending on the country that your viewer is coming from primarily, and secondarily, the type of content that you have, which brings certain kinds of advertisers. The third category, and this is not universal, but it's pretty close, is a donations or tips category. On Twitch, you can get straight donations, straight cash donations, or you can receive things called bits, which people pay for. It's sort of like tipping you with just virtual currency, and you get 1 cent per bit. On Twitter, you cannot get any kind of donation or tip as of yet. On YouTube, you can get donations and tips primarily for your live stream. So when you're doing a live stream, people will want to have their message highlighted or tip some kind of special emote or something like that, and they can actually pay a fee, a tip to you, and enables that kind of special treatment for them. Instagram and Facebook both also do allow a type of tip that you can get from your viewer. Merchandise is the 4th category, and this varies based on the platform as well. Twitter right now does not have any kind of merchandising available to you. Instagram and Facebook announced it, probably within the last year or so, that you can set up a shop that you can have your own gear in, or you actually can set up a shop for somebody else's products. But typically, when I'm referring to merchandising, I mean the kind of merchandising that you get for what you sell. YouTube has a merch shelf that you can utilize. Twitch, while it doesn't directly offer merchandising capabilities, if you use something like Streamlabs, you can set up a merch site that integrates with the Twitch platform. I have a merch site set up with Twitch, which you can check out below. The last major source of revenue that you can get from those platforms is sponsorships. Now, to date, only two platforms advertise directly that you can get sponsorships, which is just a form of advertising revenue, but you're paid a little bit more to say live read an ad or something to that effect. On Twitch, again, like the merchandising, it does not come directly through the platform, but you can do it through Streamlabs or you can do it through some sort of third party. Now, speaking of third party sponsorships, you can get third party sponsorships through any of those platforms because as of now, they all have some sort of live video component of which you can do a live read of an ad on that, and then you can get that sponsorship agreement. Now, sponsorship agreements, I don't have any numbers for you because it all depends on the sponsor, how big they are, how saturated the market is, your viewers' demographics, your channel strength in terms of number of viewers, engagement, things like that. So it really does make a difference. And the last source of monetization that I am going to cover is affiliate links. One of the most common is using Amazon affiliates. With Amazon affiliates, you basically go to Amazon site, you sign up to be an affiliate. There's no real requirement to be accepted. You pretty much will guarantee to be accepted. And then you need to start setting up your links or a page or something like that and start putting those links in the various places where you have content, whether it's one or all five of those places. What I like to do actually for Amazon affiliates is set up something through kit.co. On kit.co, you can create a group of products that have some meaning to whatever it is content that you're producing, and then you simply make sure that your Amazon affiliate link is embedded inside of the URL for each of those products. When somebody clicks on them and they go to Amazon, they have that URL with your identifier attached, and then when they buy something, either the product they clicked on or just some other product they buy on that site, as long as your affiliate link is still in the URL. And they have a scale of how much commission you get per sale based on the type of category that you're choosing. So those are the basic revenue sources you can get when you want to monetize on one of those platforms. I mean, the good news is that you can monetize on all of those platforms. The bad news, it is not consistent, and the barrier to entry is different on all those platforms as well. On Twitch, there are two levels of monetization that you can achieve. One is affiliate, and the higher one is partner. To achieve affiliate status on Twitch, you need to have 50 followers, and there's no cost for someone to become a follower, but 50 followers on Twitch. And you also need to be able to average 3 live viewers per hour for up to 12 hours during the course of a month. And then the higher level in Twitch is called partner. The perks are relatively the same as they are in affiliate in terms of finance, though you can potentially get a slightly higher cut of the subscriptions and the ad revenue, but the barrier to entry is much higher. So instead of 50 followers, you now need 1,000 followers. And instead of 3 viewers per stream, you need an average of 75 viewers per stream. On YouTube, there's only one level of requirements that you need, and that is 1,000 followers or subscribers to your page and 4,000 hours watched. On Instagram, so this has been a difficult one to find information on. So they don't really have a hard number for number of followers of your Instagram, but they rate highly the engagement. And the engagement is for your number of followers. what percentage of them like, comment, and share your post. From everything I have read and folks that I've talked to, say that you can become eligible to be monetized on Instagram simply by having somewhere around 1,000 viewers. However, if your engagement rate is significantly low, say less than 5%, you may not be accepted to monetize content on Instagram. Facebook has a little bit more of a standard monetization eligibility requirement. They expect you to have 10,000 followers, which is much higher than YouTube. And they also want you to be able to average a minimum of 30,000 views for your channel over a 60-day period. If all of those numbers seem kind of far off to you and you're not sure how you can obtain them, trust me, I understand. I am still working on them myself. So, to recap, you can monetize on all the platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. There's a barrier to entry to all of them, which is not trivial by any stretch of the imagination. You can collect subscription, ad revenue, donations and tips, merchandising and sponsorship opportunities, commission through other people's goods sold, and third-party sponsorships, which you're eligible to use on all of those platforms as well. So that actually is a pretty quick video all about monetization. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And for more helpful tips and reviews, check out the videos over here.